just take what your doctor recommends. Yeah, pretty much. But sometimes you gotta try things out for yourself too, right?
Try things out for yourself. In Chantel speak, that means fuck off and be non-compliant.
Fell through this crack and I kinda lost my
head. I stand transfixed before the street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. Hi guys, how are you doing today? Oh, what a pause. My name is Kidneyjay. The J stands for jerk because my kidneys are a pair of jerks. And this is a Foodie Beauty Chantel Marie video. Of course, not her because she's not going to listen to anything I say, even though I have been through a very similar experience. So we're talking about blood clots, we're talking about warfarin, we're talking about the thrombosis clinic, and we're talking about her bullshit. So let's just get into it. I, of course, was singing Blue Rodeo. As any, good Canadian gal knows, they know her Blue Rodeo songs. Whoa, Blue Rodeo? Might be a different band. Let's go.
I need to go back on my anticoagulants 100,000,000%, because that is just playing Russian roulette with my life. I've had two. Let me just tell you how stupid I am, alright? Like, I could die any minute. Not like any minute, but honestly.
Oh, the manipulation. Yeah, I guess you could die at any minute. I could die at any minute. Anyone could die at any minute. So let me just preface this by saying this was 2 days ago. She was talking to her audience, how she has to get her health back on track. We've heard this all before. We haven't heard anything from it before. Of course, in Foodie Beauty land, it's a time warp. So one day we're all about our health. The next day we're raging. The next day we're stoned out of our mind, drooling on camera. So this was just basically to appease her audience, to say, yeah, I'm doing better, blah, blah, blah. She probably won't follow through with anything she says. I'm aware of that. You don't need to leave a comment saying that, but you can leave a comment, on other things. I like learning from you. And while you're there, hit subscribe and like. So just to get that out of the way. Yeah, I know she has no intention of following through on any of this.
I had two pulmonary embolisms. So whenever you have one blood clot anywhere in your body, it's more than likely that you're gonna have at least, that automatically puts you at higher risk of having more.
So once you've had one deep vein thrombosis, you are at risk to having another one probably within the same decade.
So I've had two in my lungs, and normally they start in a leg, but they couldn't find evidence of that. They did a test on the veins in my legs and stuff. And so I have these blood clots in my lungs, and they can't really figure out obviously for me, I think it's probably weight related or whatever, I don't know. But
funny she says that, because when she first had her blood clot, she was adamant it was not weight related. Same with her asthma. She's adamant it's not weight related. Let me just give you a little bit of history about Chantel and her blood thinners. So she did go on blood thinners. And in order to do that, you have to be followed up with a thrombosis clinic. And she just basically fucked off. So she received non-compliance letters. She did say she received non-compliance letters, because they don't want to be responsible for her taking or not taking this medication. So they said, listen, you're non-compliant, goodbye. My advice to Chantel is call the thrombosis clinic. Chances are they will take you back. Healthcare professionals, they want to help you. They want to see you get better. They want to see you succeed. Chances are they will take you back. And if they don't, they will refer you to another thrombosis clinic. They won't just leave you high and dry.
But I need to be on, like, they basically told me, like, because of that, I'll have to be on blood thinners as just, like, a just in case for, like, the rest of my life. So I should really be on those, and I stopped taking them because I just figure, like, they're not good for you, man. Like, what is the long-term effect of that on your body, you know? But that's, like, the dilemma of taking medications. They're, like, they're chemicals. Like, I think there's rat poison. There's, like, a little bit of arsenic in warfarin, which is what is the blood thinner I'm on. But you gotta, I guess, outweigh the danger of, like, immediate danger versus, like, long-term, like, you know what I mean?
Yes, and that's why doctors are there. They assess your risk of being on the medication. Is this medication going to do more harm than good, or more good than harm? So warfarin, yes. Okay, so in 1948, it was marketed as a rat poison. It was the top selling rat poison. But in 1951, a naval officer actually used it to try to commit suicide. Over 5 days, he just kept taking this warfarin, and he was unsuccessful because the doctors just gave him some vitamin K, and he was fine. And so they started looking into the effects of warfarin to be used therapeutically as a blood thinner. Now, so drug has been, used since 1951. I think there might be more than a few studies of the long-term effects out there. And like I said, I'm sure her doctors assess the risk of her taking it, as opposed to not taking it. And they said, yeah, you should probably take it.
So the warfarin's helping me now. And it might actually help just blood circulate better. I don't know. It's a blood thinner, right? But if I go back on the blood thinners, I'm going to bleed more. I had nosebleeds, very, very easily, nosebleeds that were annoying. I had, bruised so easily. Just like things like that, and you have to take them every day at the same time, and you can't eat certain things, or you have to be careful about eating certain things, so it's just like...
Okay, your girl is tee-heeing over here about you have to eat certain things. Okay, so let me just go over what she said. Basically, she was listing all the cons. My guess is that she really wants to say is, if I take this medication, I have to be followed up in the thrombosis clinic. I have to monitor my blood, my INR, which is the level of... the thickness of your blood. Is called international normalized ratio, and she has to make sure it's at a therapeutic level. When I had my blood clot, I was on warfarin for 6 months. I made sure I was only on it for 6 months. I took my medication. I got my blood drawn weekly to make sure everything was copacetic, because I didn't want to go through that again. So she's basically... I don't think it's about the bruising. I don't think it's about the eating. By the way, you can eat whatever you want if you are getting your blood measured regularly. They just say, listen, if you're going to eat foods that have a whole bunch of vitamin K, so that would be maybe like oatmeal, some leafy greens, and you all of a sudden change your eating, let us know so we could do an extra blood draw maybe, and we can play with the dose and get everything back to therapeutic levels. So when she says you can't eat stuff, no, you can. You just have to be followed up with a clinic, and you have to be, honest and say, yeah, listen, I ate this, so let's see where I'm at. So my guess is she just doesn't want to do the work. It's nothing to do with the bruising and the food and all that. She just doesn't want to have to follow up with a clinic. She doesn't want to have to talk to a doctor every 3 months or 6 months or yearly to get her prescription renewed. She doesn't want to do the blood draws. Plain and simple.
It is what it is, but it just sucks. So that's just, I'm just bad with that. I'm just not diligent with my health, and I should be more, so... I need to be back on those, long story short, blah, blah, blah. Definitely need to be back on the blood thinners, the antidepressants, the Symbicort, and the estrogen. Once I get that sorted out, I'll feel like $1 million. Absolutely. Actually, the estrogen, I'm just gonna, I think when I go to the sexual health clinic, I'll ask to be referred to somebody about that. Because you need to see a specialist to be put on hormone replacement therapy. So, you can buy like estrogen-like products on Amazon, but the actual
Which you have.
they're like hormone-free. You need actual like hormones.
Which she has bought estrogen on Amazon because, again, did not follow up with any physician, any healthcare team about her estrogen. This is a quick and final note. It's just estrogen and warfarin, not friends. That is something that would have to be monitored closely as well. So, guys, to sum this all up, my guess is she's not going to get back on the estrogen. She's not going to get back on the warfarin. Because it takes work, it takes, discipline to follow up, get blood work, all that stuff. Not gonna happen. That's it for me. This video was not for Chantel, of course, because she's not gonna listen. If she listened, yay, I don't know. But just a little information about blood thinners and how she's pretty much bullshitting. This is all just to appease her audience.
Because estrogen really helps, like, it's something like, I don't know, they're worried about heart health and everything if you don't have it, so.
Says the enlarged heart queen. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a good one. Bye.